You're so lacking self-awareness. You give such a lackluster performance, and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance. Pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like.
Message for Camron and Mase. Y'all been going back and forth a lot over the last week.
They ain't got my respect.
I'm leaving out. I'm just real like this, because, be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
There it is. J Prince still ain't over that time Mase and Camron came for Shakur Stevenson. And this time, he allegedly tried to get them jumped. Yep, it's getting messy again. You might remember when Cam and Mase clapped back at J Prince after he boldly claimed he'd fade all of Shakur's shots and take any bets as Shakur's manager. That's when Cam and Mase went in on him during their podcast, roasting him hard for still moving like he's in the streets, even at his age. Back then, J Prince stayed quiet, no clapback, no drama, so most folks thought it had all cooled off. But out of nowhere, Cam reportedly got pressed backstage at a private event in Atlanta. Word is, some people approached him and warned him straight up, keep Shakur's name out your mouth. At the same time, Shakur himself threw shots too. He called Mase's career a flop and even said he'd knock Cam out if it ever came to blows. So yeah, this beef is officially back on. Let's break down what really went down and how Cam and Mase handled it when J Prince allegedly tried to get them lined up.
Send to do nothing for us. We don't pay to handle our problems. You got to put in your own work. You failed.
Here's what really went down. Cam was in Atlanta just 2 weekends ago, lined up to be a special guest commentator at a boxing meets hip-hop exhibition event. He was supposed to go live for a new sports panel pilot, but insiders say he never even touched the mic. Witnesses at the event claim Cam got into it backstage with a group of men who weren't even supposed to be there. And now the word is, they were sent by none other than J Prince. Whatever was said back there must have hit a nerve, because Cam dipped out of the venue just minutes later. He left without saying a word, no segment, no explanation. And here's where it gets even more shady. This happened right after J Prince Jr. fired back at Cam and Mase for clowning his pops. So now fans are connecting the dots and asking the real question, were those dudes backstage part of Junior's squad? Because if so, this beef just got way deeper than anyone expected.
You beef me up, right? Because try to glorify bull. Like you try to glorify salt. Try to glorify that ain't that. It's flaw. We know when flaw when we deal with them in the streets. We know when it's flaw. Like we understand that they flaw. We don't capitalize off their flawness though, because we'll capitalize off real.
Now, to give you some context, this all started in July 2024 when Cam and Mase turned up the heat on Shakur Stevenson. First, Shakur defended his WBC lightweight title versus Arteharu Union in Newark. The fight felt clinical, defensive, boxing, minimal action, and boos from the home crowd. A lot of fans called it boring, but nothing. Cam and Mase took it to the next level and trolled Shakur by posting a video of themselves falling asleep while watching Shakur's fight.
Forward here, another body shot, good combination from Steven.
Hartonian is still strong. But you either got to create your offense off your jab, Tess.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
Mase and Cam also dissed Shakur on their podcast, saying he just needs to accept he's simply not entertaining enough to be a headliner. Mase and Cam also dissed Shakur on their podcast, saying he just needs to accept he's simply not entertaining enough to be a headliner.
When you get in the ring, you're not entertaining. We don't want to keep hearing about the sweet science. We're looking for entertainment. We're paying bucks for entertainment. And you're not entertaining. But listen, if the fight was smoking, nobody had to walk out. You should not be the main event fighting like the undercard. Your fight was like the undercard. All the smoke was before you. So they need to rearrange how you're going. You're like a headliner that really need to be the opening.
Meanwhile, Cam said he saw people walking out and getting coffee to stay awake because that's how boring Shakur was.
Boring. You boring. Everybody's seen it. We ain't the only ones who seen it. You boring. I thought I was rather polite about it. I thought it was cool. Tiafimo, you seen the fight? He said, hell no, why the I watched that? It went 12, right? Yeah, I knew it went 12. Tim Bradley, he's announcing the fight. He says, I got my coffee ready. Round 3, he's like, about time to start drinking the coffee before I fall asleep. He ain't say to fall asleep.
But Shakur didn't hold back. In his response, Shakur went off on Mase and Cam, and he first reposted a clip of Mase saying he doesn't want to see Shakur fight anymore, and wrote in the caption, "Same way I felt about his rap career, more famous for his podcast than his failed career." And then Shakur also poked fun at Mase for leaving Diddy's Bad Boy Records to become an ordained minister. Shakur said Mase was a fake pastor, and he made a reference to Mase surviving Diddy. But Shakur didn't stop there. He also sent a warning to Mase and Cam, saying he's ready to go to war with them. Shakur wrote, "And tell them watch the way they talk on that podcast, cause he ain't ducking no smoke. Lil' ol' me ready to go to war with all these soft dudes." And then Shakur added that what bothers him the most about Cam and Mase commenting on his boxing skills is that neither one of them ever got into a ring. Shakur said, "You know what irks me when a dude talk boxing but ain't never glove up? This fat mother effer Mase and big teething Camron need to shut the F up. They never stepped foot in a boxing ring. We got all types of entertainers gloving up. Tell these dudes glove up or shut up." And get this, Shakur even got a cosign from Terrence Crawford, who tagged Shakur and wrote, "F him, little bro, let him know how you feel. They letting you know how they feel." Meanwhile, Cam decided to defend Mase, and he clapped back at Shakur over that failed career comment and IG writing. "Failed rap career. Hey, Shakur Stevenson, 3 months after you were born, Murder dropped his first album and sold 5 million copies and went quadruple platinum before social media. Facts. We just calling it how everybody else see it." And then Cam and Mase took another shot at Shakur, and they posted a video showing fans leaving Shakur's fight early. The caption said, "A little hometown love. Newark, that is. Harlem would never." But then it got even messier because Jay Prince decided to step in and defend Shakur after Cam and Mase said that Shakur's world title defense was a snooze. Jay Prince hopped on IG with a warning and said he's ready to fade all Shakur's shots and take all bets. Jay Prince wrote, "Numbers don't lie. Haters do. Let the haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year and the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager, and I handle all his business outside of the ring. In other words, Cam and Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets." But fast forward a week later, and Cam and Mase doubled down, and this time they went after Prince himself. Mase clowned Jay Prince for being 60 years old and still trying to be a street dude.
You're gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring. All right, so then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. So, like, lacking self-awareness. Like, when you give such a lackluster performance, and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause.
But it did not stop there. Mase kept it coming.
You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something.
And then Mase kept on calling out Jay Prince and how much he is not scared of him.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little, like the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little. It's like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little have big homies. We're not little, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected.
And then he explained why he does not respect them one bit.
I want to respect you, but I can't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mase, listen. Around here, we don't send to do nothing for us. We don't pay to handle our problems. You got to put in your own work around here, Lord, man.
And then he finished everything with one killer blow.
Young started sending old out. And just because this little ignorant got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're 60 years old and you're trying to be a street, you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mase. I stand by this message.
Meanwhile, Cam let Jay Prince know that he lost respect for him a long time ago, even before this Shakur Stevenson situation.
Mase said it exactly. You 60, you 60. What are you talking about? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. No, this is not 1982, bro. You cannot sit here and tell get the strap and then be quiet. Nobody know that part because I just be going viral. You bugging.
As for Shakur, he kept dissing Cam and Mase and calling them old and irrelevant.
Any message for Cam and Mase? Y'all been going back and forth a lot over the last week.
They ain't got my respect.
And then when Shakur appeared on The Breakfast Club, he claimed he can't even take Mase and Cam seriously because they make a living off of trolling.
Did you hear what Mase said though?
Who?
Mase.
Mase, what did he say?
Mase, he had just to say, he said, I don't want to see Shakur fight. I'm going to be honest, no disrespect to Newark, but I don't want to see Shakur fight nobody for him.
Like I said with the other people, like I can't really take some of these guys too serious because it's like, they make a living off of trolling people. Like trolling is what they do on a regular basis. So even before when I kind of reacted to them, I don't feel the same way now. Now it's like, okay, I understand the business aspect of it. So
now fans are kind of split on this. You got people defending Jay Prince and saying he's the reason Shakur rose the way he did. They're praising Prince's early investment, and some are even comparing Shakur to Floyd. Even Joe Rogan co-signed Shakur and said, if anyone deserves to be called the next Floyd Mayweather, it's Shakur.
On another level, I mean, he is so smooth. And his movement, his ability to like, punches were coming at him, and he just lets them get right there, touch him, and then fires back.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it for sure.
It was awesome.
Dude, what do you think?
They're fire. And it was just the smoothness. And a lot of people were saying it's like Floyd Mayweather-esque. And you could say that. It was so, but it was, you know, it's Stevenson-esque. It's just Stevenson coming into his prime.
Now, on the other hand, you also got a lot of people saying that Jay Prince will ruin Shakur because he's too controlling and suffocating. Many fans think Prince is doing some shady business behind the scenes, and they believe this street element is not good for Shakur. As for Mason and Cam, fans are divided here too. Some are saying these two are gossip queens who love to hate on other people to stay relevant. However, Mase and Cam still have a lot of supporters, and their fans are praising them for not being scared to address Jay Prince directly and call things as they see them. And let's be real, no matter how you feel about this particular situation, people will always love to hear what Mason and Cam have to say, simply because these two are hilarious together.
I don't think we need to explain nothing. I don't like explaining myself.
This is the most traction guy, but emotional.
We should be sitting there commentating when he fights.
Yes. Now they gonna be mad at that. But we can promote it. You in Billboard, you ever been in Billboard? You on TMZ. You made it. You made it. You never been in this is Billboard. We Billboard. We brought you along. We should I know you're gonna be like, oh, troll. Nah, I'm serious.
So yeah, this whole saga is wild, and it's probably far from over. Make sure to subscribe, and drop a comment letting us know whose side you're on. Don't forget to share this with someone who needs the tea, and we'll catch you on the next one.